Woke up, did some fucking push-ups, ate a lemon, drinking my coffee, had a quick cigar. Now I'm going to the fucking gym. Chest day, gonna do some fucking incline bench, flies, get super fucking shredded, get stronger to appear more threatening. Everything I do, like most things I do in my life, I'm trying to set myself up to make my life easier. Like when I'm on the doors, I want to be as shredded as possible, as clean as possible, as bright and attractive as possible. And if I have huge, giant, hulking shoulders and chest, the people on the doors and the people listening to me are more willing to hear me out and listen to what I say. I'm more of a position of authority. If a giant fucking shredded salesman comes to your door and is like, hey, I'm supposed to explain the work I'm supposed to be doing out here these next couple of weeks. Take it, you're the homeowner? Gotcha. And your neighbors, they fill you in already or no? They fill you in. Did your neighbors fill you in what's going on already or no? Blah, 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 blah. Position of fucking authority. So what, like literally what stats of your video game character do you want to be increasing? Every single day I wake up and the second that I whip out my phone and I start fucking speaking, God tells me what I have to do. The universe, my subconscious mind, whatever. So bro, I literally cannot imagine waking up and then the first thing I do is just start scrolling on TikTok like a fucking homosexual. Like, come on, bro. Come on. The gay disease, the mind virus has infected so many of the youth. Even my family, even my friends, all my people up in my hometown, up in Boston. I'm out here in beautiful sunny Florida now, but bro, back up in Boston, I don't know a single one of my friends who does not wake up and then immediately start scrolling on their phone. The mind virus has infected them. But your brain can only make choices between what's actually in your current environment in front of you. When have you focused on something without looking at it? Never, right? Your eyeballs are your attention. So if you delete all the apps off your phone, if you delete all the poison from your life, take down all the funny posters out of your room, remove everything from your sight. If you've ever seen that movie Limitless with Bradley Cooper, he takes the Limitless pill. The first thing he does once he gets that super brain performance is he cleans his entire apartment. He cleans everything. He makes everything super nice and orderly, and then he gets to fucking work. If you're fucking, I'm not being all gay, like if you're sad, clean your room. Like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Homosexual. I'm saying if you clean up your entire life and move and get rid of every single possible source of stimuli. If you get rid of every single source of stimuli your mind can even look at, eventually you'll just keep repeating the actions you want to repeat. It's like, dog, there's no apps on my phone. There's no like rewards around me. There's no shit that I can focus on. There's nothing that I can accidentally just lose my attention to. Sure, I'll be on Telegram messaging some people. Sure, I'll accidentally listen to some voice notes or watch a YouTube video by accident when I'm like walking around, or not by accident, on purpose. But I'm telling you, if your environment is completely cluttered with rewards and distractions and all these bright sources of stimuli that are not going to move you towards your goal, why are you continuing to do that? Listen, have you ever watched TV for 8 hours straight and just laid there like a pig eating food, watching TV for 8 hours, and then afterwards thought, you know, that was a great use of my time. I'm glad I did that. No, never, ever, ever. Like, I don't honestly remember a single time where I've gone into the gym and pushed myself literally as hard as humanly possible, beyond failure, and then regretted it after the gym, walking out super fucking shredded, tired. It's like, oh, I'm so sad that I worked out. It doesn't fucking work that way. All of your experiences are relative. So if you go through life just constantly rewarding yourself with no effort, you are not going to be happy. Dude, look at me. I'm fucking shredded. Bald head, rich, sexy, tall, and bald. Look at the beautiful nature out here. It's so fucking beautiful. So every time I just see somebody walk into a store and they immediately start pulling out their phone and start scrolling because they don't even have the conscious bandwidth in their brain to spend 5 seconds waiting in line at a Starbucks without pulling out their phone and doing something. It's crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy. So if you're just living life in between constant rewards, constant dopamine, constant consumption, you have to find a way to transmute that energy in a different direction. Like my other video, emotions, feelings, emotions, they're just motivators for action. You look over the edge of a cliff, it makes your body slow down, you get all stuck, you stop breathing. That's the fear response. You look over the edge of a cliff, you look down, oh shit, your body sends fear into your body. Stop breathing, slow down your breathing, curl up into a little ball. There is the fear, curl up into a little ball, slow down response. You can cower down in fear and slow down your breathing like a little bitch homosexual. Or you can speed up your breathing, move forward, move more powerful. There's the strength forward response, and there's the fear backwards response. Faster or slower. So why the fuck would you wake up and then immediately do something that would make you slower? Are you gay? Like, come on, bro. You just have to fucking make a decision. Are you gonna live life as an amateur? Or are you going to commit and decide to live life as a fucking professional? That's what Tate says. It's like, one of the strongest things he ever said to me was, well, not to me, but when I read his words, it was like, unless you decide to act as a complete soldier in the war against poverty as a professional, you are going to lose. Unless you completely decide, I'm going to fight a war and I'm going to act like a soldier, like a professional, a war against poverty, you're going to lose. So if you're not committed, if you're still doing things that slow you down, if you're still rewarding yourself, just find a different war. Like when I'm tired at the end of the night, when I don't have much energy, when all my bandwidth in my brain is gone, I don't have much conscious control anymore, I will purposely play some gospel, Greek spirituals, and Italian opera music in my house, because that's a better source of stimuli than just scrolling on my fucking phone. Do you know what I mean? It's funny, there's a guy looking at me right now. But especially when you're tired and you're in that low vibrational state, when you have less control and you're more in the imaginative state, your brain is at a lower vibration. It's a lower brain wave. When you're alert, when you're in the fear response, when you're running around going to war, you're in a high vibrational state. But when you're tired, you are much more impressionable. It's like when you're drunk, you are more impressionable. You have less conscious control. If someone tells you something, you're instantly just going to think about it without thinking, right? So when you're in those tired states, the second you wake up and when you're in that low frequency state, when your brain is at a lower brain wave, you have to put yourself in an environment or play some sort of music or do something. Oh my God, she's so sexy. Or do something, anything that is going to put your mind in the right state of being. Because, bro, I was on drugs for so long. I was literally in and out of rehab. I failed out of college because of my drug addictions. And now that I'm down here, a soldier of God, wake up, drink fucking coffee, smoke a cigar, going to the fucking gym, there's absolutely no possible chance. There is literally no possible reality where I fail, right? If I'm surrounded by things that move me faster, if I don't have any sources of stimuli in my life that are going to slow me down, how could I possibly fail? It's like you're the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with, right? So if you go to school and you have your little friend group, that's why I worry about my little brother, because my little brother, he's in the weird band group. He plays band, he plays trumpet, he does Dungeons and Dragons, he plays video games, he plays card games. He does all the gay nerd shit because that's the greatest source of pleasure in his life. Social community. It's like in football. I played football for, I think, 3 or 4 years in middle school and high school. And then as soon as I got to high school, I wasn't a high valued member of the football team anymore. In middle school, I was the best player on the team. 8th grade, best player on the team. 9th grade, I was like the worst because it was a different competition level. In 9th grade, I was not the high status member of that community. I wasn't receiving dopamine. I was not popular. So therefore, I switched. I stopped playing football and I joined band and chorus. Because I was a shredded guy, I'm smart, I'm good at music. The second that I left that competitive environment and I started hanging around all these fucking retarded band geeks, I was instantly skyrocketed to the top tier status of that community because I was shredded, I was good at music. It was so easy. So when I see my little brother, he's a fucking genius. He's gonna be taller than me. I'm 6'3". He's gonna be like 6'5". He's fucking huge. So whenever I see him, bro, whenever I see him playing Dungeons and Dragons or playing video games and trying to compete within his community and win, everybody just wants to be the king. Everybody wants to be the highest status. Everybody wants to win. So when I see somebody competing in the fucking Dungeons and Dragons competition or the fucking gay band nerd video game competition, all I think is like, bruh, that's who you want to compete with? That's the highest level you want to reach? The king of the fucking band nerds? Like, bruh. I was there in high school, and then I chose volleyball. I became the absolute best volleyball player of all fucking time. I was the best volleyball player in my fucking state. I was the best. Nobody could beat me. Until we met this 6'7" German kid who just like just could hit straight down over the other people. That was fucking cringe. He was cheating. He's an immigrant. Dirty immigrant. So, back on track. Your environment is very, very important. If you have a bunch of shit in your environment that is very easy, that's going to slow you down, that takes no effort, there's not much I do in my life that gives me pleasure that takes no effort. I can whip out my phone and start speaking, but that's because it makes me more powerful. Do you understand? I rarely scroll on social media. I rarely just open up Twitter and start blindly scrolling. The only thing I will do, which is my one vice, is when I'm tired at the end of the night or I'm in a low vibrational state or I'm just like at the end of the day, I'm feeling a little bit slow. I'll play some like Andrew Tate emergency meeting in my ears. I'll listen to like an Andrew Tate podcast or I'll listen to some sort of podcast, some sort of something. Do you know what I mean? So where am I heading with this voice note? If you are not a shredded 6'5" Greek god in a castle with a pile of gold like a dragon, if you are not a literal king of earth within your desired community, you have to go faster, you have to compete. And I don't mean just like be willpower all time and try to resist your instincts and try to overcome everything through sheer willpower and motivation. No, bro, that's not how it works. I'm saying just clean up your life and only allow your eyeballs to look at stuff that's going to make you better at business, that's going to move you forward. I don't have any posters on the side of my room. I don't have any apps on my phone. I don't have any distractions that I can physically look at. I moved away from my hometown. I don't have any fucking retards calling my name. Hey, Liam, let's eat food and smoke weed. Liam, let's eat processed food and smoke weed. And it's like, bro, I'm in an environment right now where literally the only things my brain and body react to and chase is stuff that's going to make me more powerful. Like the gym, like fighting, like sparring, like eating steak, like sparring with James, like making fucking sales, taking sales calls, filming voice notes, hopping on calls all day. Everything in my life moves me faster. And I know even me, the most inspirational man on the planet, sometimes I'll cave and eat some processed food. Sometimes I'll cave and do some of that shit. But seriously, if you do not have what you want, it's so much easier. Instead of adding a bunch of new stuff to your life and stimuli and pressure, it's so much easier to remove all of the useless poison and remove all the stimuli that is not serving you. Like if I locked you in a room and the only thing in front of you was a whiteboard with tasks on it and then a computer with a piece of paper with one browser tab open. That's the only thing, is a completely blank room, white walls. The only thing in front of you was a whiteboard and a keyboard to type. Don't you think eventually you complete those tasks sitting there on the whiteboard? All the professionals, all the billionaires, all the rich people, all the business magnates, CEOs, titans of the industries, all of them just simply wake up, think, what can I do today? And then they just react to their environment and just trust their instincts. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, they wake up, they just do what feels good, trust their instincts, and react to their environment. But Elon Musk has 1,000 phone calls. He wakes up, he has 1,000 phone calls to make. Elon Musk wakes up, he has this meeting to go to. He has this problem to solve. So when they're just waking up and they're walking through life, just reacting to their environment, like all animals do, they naturally move forward, they naturally make more money. So if you wake up and then naturally react to your environment, which you're always gonna do, why would you put a bunch of random shit in your environment? So at the end of the day, lock yourself in a room and the only thing you can fucking see is a whiteboard and then your keyboard to work on. Eventually, those tasks will get done, right? So instead of adding a bunch of bullshit, remove all the poison. Get more shredded.